Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 midday, and it is a little chilly out there this midday, but not nearly as cold as what we were this morning. It was all the way down to 15 degrees in Lakeview. Now a nice balmy 39 degrees. 40 degrees for Klamath Falls, 40s and 50s in our west side valleys, 49 degrees there along the coast in Brookings. So we're watching a couple different batches of rain move across the region this midday. This one that's out to the east of the Cascades in Siskiyou County starting to fizzle out, but this one's still holding pretty strong, although this is pretty light rain, and within the valley sometimes it's hard to tell if any of this is actually making it down to the ground because dry air likes to become entrained within the valleys. But just based off of what we were seeing from the Taprock Northwest Group, it looks like some of this is actually making it to the ground, which is certainly some very good news. So we'll put this all into motion with Stormcast. By the time we get to dinner time, it looks like we're going to have just about the same amount of coverage that we're seeing on the radar now, if not a little bit more. Some of this is going to expand over to the east side, and looks like a lot of this is going to taper off as we head into the overnight hours. Tuesday should mainly be dry. We'll actually get a little bit of sunshine, but here comes yet another round of not only some rain, but some higher terrain snow as well. And this model run is starting to get a little bit earlier with it. On News Watch 12 this morning, it had this band up in the Umpqua Divide, so it's going to get here a little earlier. That is the bottom line. But whether it gets here earlier, later, doesn't really matter. We're going to get some beneficial rain from it either way. The Cascades are going to get anywhere between 1 to 2 inches, of course, if the forecast pans out. And it looks like the Rogue Valley, which got close to ½ an inch of rain, depending on which area you're asking about. But some areas got close to ½ an inch of rain over the weekend. We could add to that total not only today, but also with that storm system that's coming down the pike for late Tuesday into early Wednesday. So, of course, this time of year, there's always a winter weather aspect to these systems. And today and Tuesday going into Wednesday, they are no exception. We're going to have snow levels going down to around 5,000 feet overnight, so a little bit higher than what we saw over the weekend. But places like Lake of the Woods, Diamond Lake, Mount Hebron could see a little bit of a wintry mix, but snow levels are going to be even lower as we head into Wednesday morning. So Siskiyou Summit may be getting a little bit of snow as well. So here are the latest model projections, anywhere between 3 to 4 inches of snow up towards Crater Lake and Diamond Lake, maybe a trace to an inch at Siskiyou Summit. I know this says 0, but just kind of extrapolating with some of the latest model runs. I'm not expecting any big time travel impacts, maybe just some moderate reductions to the quality of the roadways, and that will go Monday through Wednesday with some of these storm systems kind of training over the same areas. But with some drier weather for Thursday, it does look like we'll have some better roadways out there. So for today, it's going to be a great, it's kind of really quintessential Monday weather, quintessential fall weather as well. Then overnight, maybe some rain holding on for dear life in Siskiyou County and Lake County. I think elsewhere we're going to be dry. That'll lead into what's going to end up being a dry Tuesday. More rain for Wednesday, a little bit of a breather for Thursday, and then we're going to get back into more of a wet pattern towards the end of the week into the weekend. So here's your 7-day forecast for the coast, that alternating wet, dry pattern up until it looks like it's mainly going to be wet for this weekend. For Siskiyou County, we're also going to observe the same pattern. And look at this, temperatures kind of struggling to even make it out of the mid-60s. They're fluctuating in between 55 to 65 degrees. And last week, we were in the 90s. For the Klamath Basin, we'll have some chances of snow on a Wednesday morning with, again, those snow levels being down to around 4,500 feet. And up in the Cascades, I don't think the impacts are going to be as grand as what we saw over the weekend. But again, a few inches of snow are definitely possible up at Crater Lake and Diamond Lake. And then for the Rogue Valley, rain for Monday, dry for Tuesday, rain for Wednesday, dry for Thursday, and then rain for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
This is kind of the forecast that we were really praying for 2-3 weeks ago, and it's finally here.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with myself. It's just kind of like a glow to this side of the studio. Can you feel it?
Yeah, I trust me, I feel your energy. It's all more positive when it comes to our weather situation.
Yeah, I'm in a better headspace,
yeah,
for sure.
Exactly how it's supposed to be. Thank you, Josh.
Of course.